Seton mentioned Tom Curran. This is before the show because Seton, loves his Patriots. He goes, "Do you see the tweet by Tom Curran?" And Tom covers the Patriots. And I said, "No." I said, "Is it bad?" He goes, "I don't know. I think Curran might be hinting that this could be the end of the line." He covers the Patriots for NBC Sports Boston. Tom Curran joins us now. Were you hinting at something there, Thomas?
Just observing because, as Seton might have related to you, since you weren't following my Twitter feed yesterday, Dan.
No.
That was, to me, I saw more unforced errors by Brady. I mean, he had very good throws mixed in, most of them, the shorter variety. But when he was trying to go downfield or to the perimeter, he was extremely inaccurate. And you're always going to get the great and outstanding throws, but there was a higher ratio to me than I've ever seen of just those weird-looking, inaccurate, never-had-a-chance type throws. So I don't think it's necessarily attached to age. To me, there were some throws in there that I said, is something wrong with his friggin' hand? Because there were some throws that just looked like Jacoby Ellsbury getting it in from center.
Oh, boy. That's what you should have tweeted out. Then I would have known that this was apocalyptic. This was the end of the world for the Patriots here. How do you think this here's Dion Lewis, two-a-days. If you can play the former Patriot running back Dion Lewis plays for the Titans. He had this to say after the win over the Patriots.
Yeah, it's a real sweet win, especially when you used to be there and they didn't want to bring you back. So definitely real sweet. I'm happy my teammates came out and played, and I love these guys.
So it is a little personal.
Hell yeah, it's personal. That's what happens when you go cheap. You get your ass kicked.
How's this playing?
I don't know. I go cheap all the time. I never get my ass kicked. I mean, I'll just shop. I'll buy one, get one. I'm there. It's playing interestingly in New England, and I think that we did a poor job because it was pretty respectful all week of appreciating just how motivated different Titans people would be. And it wasn't just Dion Lewis, because we look at these guys, and they all got paid. They all made their money.
Yeah.
But I still think that there's that undercurrent of, you guys gave up on me. That's why I had to go get my money. Vrabel got traded to Kansas City. That sucked. Dean Pease, the defensive coordinator, he is a rare coaching firing. Patriots fired him in 2009. He's been a pain in their posterior since. He was with the Ravens. He had terrific games against the Patriots as a defensive coordinator there, and he had a great plan yesterday. All of those guys, I think, Dan, we did a bad job of.
And Malcolm
really
Butler.
Engaging it. Oh, yeah, him. He just didn't factor in as much as I thought he might have. But, Dion Lewis on down the line, and this happens so often with this team, Dan. You can go all the way back to 2003 with Lawyer Malloy. They win 31-0 because the entire Bills team drafted off his irritation. The 2009 McDaniels game, they beat the Patriots out there in Denver. 2010, there was a weird Cleveland Browns win over the Patriots, a beatdown in Cleveland with Dayball and Mangini. And then there was Patricia earlier this year.
Okay, but is this team, where would you stack up this team at this point compared to last year's team?
Same-ish. I mean, all the things that we looked at and said that might be a problem. Nate Solder goes someplace else, Trent Brown comes in, and there's no drop-off. Defensively, Stephon Gilmore's a hell of a lot better than he was last year. I think once they get this, what people have to remember is what happened after every single one of these little bitterness bowls. What happens the next week?
Yeah.
Every single time they go on a tear. And they did it after Patricia this year. They won 6 in a row until they saw Vrabel.
All right. Well, I think, I look at Gronk. I think that's a bigger issue here because I wonder, how much longer is Gronk going to play?
I don't think he's going to be back here next year. I don't think there's any way he'll be back here next year. Whether or not he continues playing someplace else remains to be seen. But he's got an $11.7 million cap hit here this year, and they're not getting any return from him. They wanted to get out from under that before this year. He folded his arms and said, I ain't going. Next year it's $12 million. Then whatever he wants to do, they'll put him on a dolly and wheel him out of town if they have to.
Have you heard from Tom Brady, with your tweets? I don't know. Does he respond to you? Does he follow you?
Not directly, I don't think, no.
Okay. Because I know that you're an apologist for Tom, and I don't want anything to come in between that relationship.
I'm going to be candid, Dan. If you're going to pick one guy to be an apologist for, it might as well be the best player who's ever played, okay?
Don't get sensitive, Tommy. Don't get sensitive.
Oh, I lead the league in sensitivity. You know that.
Thank you, Tom.
All right, buddy.
Tom E. Curran, NBC Sports Boston.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.